What's up, YouTube? Capital G here. Let me move this mic back a little bit. DN dual commentary. Okay, so let's see what happens, or what's happening. Math for you. He opened up with Nanishi, or he opened up with Merchant, and he went cash. He put it in defense mode, and then I think he added Nanishi, and then he played Anatomy. I think Anatomy is draw 2 basically when battle positions are changed, and he's playing against. Let me see if I can read this. Noob Slayer the Blight. 1050 rating versus 1354 rating. This should be a good one. It looks like we may have Koa'ki Meiru versus Karakuri, a match that you don't really see. I mean, you seldom see this match, if ever. So, definitely hope that this is game 1. And despite the fact that Math for you went first, he could potentially end up activating Anatomy and drawing 2, so he'd go plus. It's very much like, it's basically 6 Samurai United. It's just, I mean, it interacts with the effects of the Karakuri monsters. You see that Noobs, we'll just call him Slayer. That's going to be way harder. That's going to be way too hard to say. So he plays Draco, he attacks, and then he sets 2, he reveals another Draco. Draco is such a good card right now. So, I guess he's just going to get the 1-for-1. I thought that maybe he'd try and go 2 deep, but he's just going to go 1. He gets his 1-for-1 from Karakuri Anatomy. He's going to set 1. Now, if that's Nanishi, obviously it can survive. It has 1900 defense, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so was that Diamond Core that was played? Yep, Diamond Core, which is Rhoda for Karakuri. Urnite, maybe? Crusader. Okay, so he's going to take a Crusader. Fairly expensive cards, over $7. That's kind of expensive. All right, so anyways, I guess he's just gonna ram Crusader into the face down. It is that Nanishi, so unfortunately for him, looks like the battle phase is gonna go to waste unless he has like a Forbidden Chalice. He wouldn't resolve his effect though, so I was like, that would be a waste. And he's just going to main phase 2. It's kind of nice to have a wall there. Although maybe, I mean, I don't know. I guess he figured he didn't want to potentially risk the Anatomy. You know, you see that Noob Slayer is going for an XC. I mean, he's got options for days there. He can go Castell, he can go Diamond, he can go Diamond Dire Wolf, Black Ship of Corn. All legitimate options. He's going Black Ship of Corn because it doesn't really cost him anything, and he can use the effect again. Math for you he eats it, so sucks for him. He just loses out on his Nanishi. See the end phase MST on an end phase set MST. Okay. Definitely. Oh man, Math for you didn't even play a monster. Slayer obviously has the advantage here. He's going to attack for 2100 and set more cards. Set 1 in the back row. Math for you, I don't know if he bricked or what. If he doesn't want to lose anything to Black Ship of Corn or. Okay, so he's playing Night Beam, gets rid of Compulse, and then he goes Solar Windjammer. Maybe wanted to do that in back-to-back turns, but I mean, who am I to question his play? Alright, so he plays E-Teleport. Man, what a Vanity's Emptiness would do right now. And then he brings out Commander. Obviously, he's got the pieces on board to make a Barreto. Whoa, okay, I'm like, oh, you cannot exceed with that. I think, yeah, he's going to Synchro for Barreto, trigger that effect. That gets it with Breakthrough Skill. Advantage should be even right now. Yeah, it is, 4-4. Oh man, desynchro. He's gonna desynchro and then synchro again using Commander and Solo Windjammer. That was a huge break for him. Okay, so he's gonna blind MST. Oh man, if he would have been able to keep that Vanities, oh my goodness. Imagine if he could have just went ham and then had the Vanities too. Oh man, he dodges the Effect Veiler. Oh my god. That was crazy. He has 2 desynchros. Okay, so he brings out Strategist. 3 times he's tried to trigger that damn Barreto, and he finally gets to resolve it. And now advantage is clearly on Math for you side because he's +1. Obviously he can attack over, he can clearly attack over the Black Ship of Corn. He has not committed his normal summon, by the way. And it looks like he's going to put everything in attack mode. He used his first strategist to put the the second strategist in attack mode so that he can attack for that extra 1k. Looks like he doesn't see any point of Xying, or at least not before battle phase. He opts not to Xying. I hope that he doesn't get hit with a Raigeki. That would be a huge, that'd be a huge break for Slayer. And I don't know, man. If Math for You, if he can keep that Burrito alive, it's gonna be huge because letting him draw in his next turn. By the way, I think Burrito can trigger during either player's turn. So if he attacks this strategist, he totally will draw a card during Slayer's turn, by the way. So you don't want to attack this. Looks like he's going to try and trigger the Burrito to draw one. And Burrito has clearly paid for itself. A huge advantage, Math for You now. I mean, not only does he have all the field presence, but even a Mirror Force, as like unlikely as that is, wouldn't actually, like, it wouldn't even blow him out because he still keeps a monster on board, and Slayer only has like one card at his disposal, which would be the card in hand. This duel looked like it was really, really rocky for Math for You, and then it just, everything kind of opened up. Okay, so remember, attack position, Karakuris have to attack, except the synchros. So obviously he's going to attack for, he took 2600. He should have taken 2800. That should have been 3300 damage. Okay. I guess he's playing not just Koa'ki Meiru, but maybe like a rock stun version. He summons Guardian. If he's attacking the attack position one, that would be a mistake. Okay, so he's not going to attack the attack position one. He's going to attack the defense position one. That would be the correct play, because if he attacked the attack position one, it would have went into defense, and Math for You would have drawn a card. He did not have to reveal during the end phase because Diamond Core made it so that Guardian would not blow itself up. I forget, Guardian. Which one are you? Your monster effects. Okay. So Burrito's going to try and trigger. I wonder if he's going to launch it to get rid of the Burrito. I mean, I think at this point you have to. Burrito's just creating so many damn pluses, right? But then again, if Slayer does that, then he has no field presence, and I don't know about leaving my opponent with that many monsters. He does reluctantly launch the Guardian, and Math for You sets a card. I mean, that has to be an Anishi, right? Like, otherwise, why wouldn't he just summon whatever the hell it is and try and synchro? That tells me maybe he has two tuners on board, and that he can't synchro with two tuners. So maybe that's an Anishi. And I wonder if he even runs any rank 3 Xyzs, because he's had a couple of opportunities to go into some Xyzs. Okay, you're seeing that Tenki is played. This could be what he needs to fight back, because if he resolves a Crusader, this game could change completely. Alright, there's that Crusader. I feel like Math for You I feel like that back row is just completely not a real defensive trap. Alright, so he's gonna activate Crusader, and just like that, advantage has been swung. He searches another copy. And in his end phase, he can obviously reveal the Crusader that he just searched to keep the one alive. And that's probably why he searched that card, is so that he could keep the one on field alive. Now, there's really no reason to stop swinging. I think that that's probably an Anishi. Okay, so he's going to summon that Crusader. He's going to attack the face down. It is an Anishi. That was kind of easy to call, to be honest. It wasn't particularly difficult. Wait a minute. Okay, they both forgot that Tenki was on the field, because these guys have 2000 attack. There was totally no reason for him to use Chalice. Yeah, Slayer just realized it. He just realized that he has Tenki on board, and it was at 2000. Yep, because I just realized it too. I was like, wait a minute, don't you have Tenki? Why did you even use Chalice? You didn't need to. Regardless, he still gets the attack. And the problem is, he needs to have a monster now, or he has to Exceed, because he won't be able to keep his guys protected. Okay, he goes into Tiger King, main phase 2. He's going to activate that effect, probably to get another Tenki. He does get another Tenki. And he hasn't activated one, so he can go ahead and search Urnite. That was I don't know if it'll cost him in the grand scheme of things, but it was kind of a costly mistake, because he could have went plus, he would have he just would have closed out the game, basically. He would have gotten a free search, Okay, looks like Map for You doesn't have any way to answer the Tiger King. But yeah, if he hadn't forgotten that he had Tenki, he'd have gotten his Search for Crusader. He still could have went into Tiger King. He would have been able to still attack with his second Crusader, and he would have been able to keep his Chalice and pretty much be in the same position, just like way better. So thank you guys for watching as always. Very good duel there.